Today we are going to talk about volume and how to find the area of volume of a rectangular prism using the formula. Okay, before I get started and show you how to do that, I just want to make clear that there are multiple ways to find the volume of a rectangular prism, just like there's multiple ways to do a lot of things in math. Okay, the important thing is that you know the concept of what you're trying to do with the formula, because if you were to look up the formula somewhere else, you might find something different than what I'm going to use, okay? Because some people teach it differently, or some people show the formula differently. I'm going to use the one that I think is the easiest, okay? Or what I think will be most useful to you, okay? So let's get started, okay? First of all, this is a rectangular prism, okay? It's a three-dimensional rectangle, okay? Three-dimensional, kind of looks like a box, okay? Volume is when we figure out how many cubic units fit in the box, okay? So if we had a cube, we want to know how many cubes are going to fit inside of this box, okay? In this case, let's say it's cubic centimeters, okay? In order to figure out the volume using the formula, you need to know three dimensions, okay, because it's a three-dimensional. It's three-dimensional. You need to know, or excuse me, so the formula that we're going to use is volume equals length times width times height. Okay, length times width times height. Okay, and the way that I think about it is that the length and the width are always on the bottom or on the base of the rectangle. So I take this, which and what I would say is the width. Let's just say that's 5 centimeters. Let's say this is 12 centimeters, because this is on the bottom of the rectangle. Okay, if you can visualize that. And then you need the height, which would be one of these lines. Okay, let's say that that's 7 centimeters. Okay, so what you're gonna do, and you need to do this every time when you do the practice, okay, you need to write the formula, you need to plug in the numbers, and then you need to solve it, okay? So the formula for a rectangular prism is volume equals length times width times height, okay? So the volume of this, the length would be 12, the width would be 5, and the height would be 7. Then you need to multiply this. So this might require you to do some work on the side. 12 times 5, I know, is 60. 60 times 7 is 420. Okay, if you didn't know what 60 times 7 was, you can do that on the side. Okay, if you didn't know what 12 times 5 was, you can do that on the side. Okay, but volume equals 12 times 5 times 7, which was 12 times 5 was 60. 60 times 7 is 420. Okay, now the label, we need to use the units. So the units of this rectangular prism are centimeters. So we're going to put centimeters. And since we're finding volume, which is how many cubic units can fit inside of, how much space this shape takes up, we need to, since that makes it three-dimensional, we need to put a 3 here. So we say this 420 centimeters cubed. Okay, 420 centimeters cubed. That's how we say that. Okay, just like an area, we measured with squares. When we found area, we measured the size of the surface with squares. Okay, so when we said the answer, we said units squared. In this, when you're finding volume, you're measuring with cubes. So we say units cubed. In this case, it's 420 centimeters cubed. Okay? This is how you find the area of a rectangular prism. Make sure you show every step. Okay? The biggest thing is that you're taking the length and width of the base and multiplying it by how tall the rectangular prism is. Okay, make sure these are in your notes, and make sure you show your notes to me when you are finished.